Phoebe Nora Mary Prince, November 24, 1994, January 14, 2010, was a British-Irish student attending high school in the United States. Her tragic suicide led to the prosecution of 6 teenagers on various charges, including civil rights violations. Additionally, her case spurred the Massachusetts state legislature to pass stricter anti-bullying laws. Originally from Ireland, Prince had moved to South Hadley, Massachusetts, with her mother and siblings. However, she endured relentless bullying from her schoolmates for months, ultimately drawing worldwide attention to the dangers of bullying in American schools. In response, a Massachusetts anti-bullying task force was formed in March 2010. A new legislation was signed into law on May 3, 2010. The accused students faced trial in 2011, and on May 5 of that year, they pleaded guilty, receiving sentences of probation and community service. Phoebe Nora Mary Prince was born on November 24, 1994, in Bedford, Bedfordshire, England. At the age of 2, she moved with her family to Fanor, a small seaside village in County Clare, Ireland. She attended Villiers Secondary School, a private institution in County Limerick. In the autumn of 2009, Prince immigrated to the United States with her American-born mother and 4 siblings. Her mother had previously lived in Boston for a few years, while her father, a British national, remained in Lisdoonvarna, Ireland. Prince had only recently arrived in the U.S. when she became the target of persistent bullying by at least 2 groups of students at South Hadley High School. The harassment reportedly began in late December 2009, following conflicts with 2 girls. Concerned for her well-being, Prince's aunt had warned school officials as early as August 2009, cautioning them that Phoebe was vulnerable to issues such as bullying and peer pressure. Investigations later revealed that in Ireland, Prince had been one of 4 girls involved in bullying another student over a dispute regarding a boy. The victim's parents removed their daughter from the school, after which Prince wrote a letter of apology, which was well received by the victim's mother. She attributed the incident to peer pressure and a lack of intervention by school authorities. On January 14, 2010, the harassment at school escalated. 3 of the accused students reportedly taunted Prince throughout the day, in the school library, auditorium, and hallways. Later that afternoon, one of the students followed her home in a friend's car, threw an empty energy drink can at her, and shouted an insult. That evening, overwhelmed and distressed, Prince took her own life, hanging herself in the stairwell leading to the 2nd floor of her family's apartment. Her 12-year-old sister discovered her body. Following her death, cruel messages were posted on her Facebook memorial page. Many of these comments were later removed. Prince's parents decided to have her buried in Ireland. The tragedy prompted an outcry from the community. At a school meeting addressing bullying, numerous parents expressed frustration, claiming that their children's experiences with bullying had been ignored by school administrators. Massachusetts lawmakers expedited efforts to pass comprehensive anti-bullying legislation, and on May 3, 2010, the new law was signed. Inspired by Massachusetts actions, lawmakers in New York introduced similar legislation. Nationally, a proposed law titled Phoebe's Law was introduced to strengthen anti-bullying measures across the United States. In July 2010, the South Hadley School Committee approved a new, more thorough anti-bullying policy. Meanwhile, the 6 accused students faced widespread public backlash. They were subjected to bullying and even death threats. Phoebe's father expressed concern over the treatment of the accused, emphasizing that they had not yet stood trial. On March 29, 2010, Northwestern District Attorney Elizabeth Scheibel held a press conference announcing that 2 male and 4 female students from South Hadley High School had been indicted as adults on felony charges by a Hampshire County grand jury. The charges varied. 2 male students were charged with statutory rape, while the others faced accusations including civil rights violations, criminal harassment, stalking, and disturbing a school assembly. 1 male student charged with statutory rape was not involved in the bullying, since 3 of the 4 female students were minors at the time. Additional delinquency complaints were filed against them. 1 was also charged with assault with a deadly weapon for throwing an empty can at Prince. Another faced assault and battery charges for attacking a different student who had spoken out about bullying on television. At least 4 of the accused were still attending South Hadley High School when the charges were announced.